Greetings, citizens, and welcome to our early access developer walkthrough for Industries of Titan. My name is Andy Wynn, and I'm the lead designer for the game here at Brace Yourself Games. Industries of Titan is being developed by a core team of just 6 full-time developers. We want to deliver to you the most amazing gameplay experience that we can, but we're also aware that many of you have been waiting a long time for us to launch. That's why we've decided to launch the game in early access now, so that you can play the game in its current state, while we continue to work hard to polish up some new exciting features. Industries of Titan is a cyberpunk city-building strategy game that takes place on the surface of Saturn's moon, Titan, thousands of years in the future. Here, megacorporations vie for wealth and power under the watchful eye of the mysterious and omnipresent council. You play as a founder and CEO of a new startup corporation, one of many on Titan, and with just a few starting resources, it's your job to build a city and make as much money as possible, by any means necessary. In a new game, we're granted a small plot of land, a shiny, brand new headquarters, and a few workers to kickstart our operation. Before we can build anything, we'll need minerals and isotopes. These resources can be found inside the ruins scattered across Titan's surface. We can survey them first to find out exactly what's inside each ruin. But if we're in a rush, we can roll the dice and salvage blindly. It looks like a little bit of waste came with that one, which we'll need to deal with later, but we now have enough resources to start building devices inside our headquarters. A unique feature of Industries of Titan is that we can build inside a few special buildings. The headquarters is one of those, and this is where we'll begin with your new startup. We'll need an energy generator to power our devices, storage containers to store any resources we find, and a few habitat pods where migrants will stay when they finally arrive on Titan. Speaking of people, we'll need citizens if we want to generate some credits and expand our workforce. Ships full of migrants and resources are constantly arriving on Titan, and corporations bid on their contents using influence from the council. Influence is a special resource that builds up over time, and its rate is dependent on your standing with the council. So let's grow our population and bid on a ship with a few migrants. Great. Looks like they're on their way to their habitat pods now. We'll have to monetize them in order to start making money. An early way to achieve this is to make them watch video advertisements at a monetization station. We're starting to build up some waste around these habitat pods. We need a few more workers to help keep this place clean. Employees are the workers that build devices and buildings, transport goods, clean up waste, and more. If you want more employees, you must convert them from your newly acquired citizens using a conversion capsule. It's a relatively harmless procedure, but once completed, their new body mods will allow them to work for you endlessly without the need for sleep, rest, or the will to do anything else. The perfect employee. Once we're generating credits, we can unlock new buildings and expand our city. Buildings can be seen as much larger versions of interior devices. For example, the residential building is like a giant habitat pod, but offers extra benefits like pollution resistance for its residents. Buildings can also be upgraded. And if you have 2 similar buildings next to each other, they can be connected for additional bonuses. To continue to grow successfully, we'll have to manage Titan's many interlocking systems, including our power grid, mining operations, waste disposal, and pollution levels. All while keeping your population happy and, more importantly, alive. Or at least, alive enough to keep watching ads. Looks like we got picked up on the enemy's radar. Rebels. Enemies of the council. You included. But don't worry, there's a way to buy some time while we build defenses. Our buildings have the ability to burrow, which makes them immune to attacks and collateral damage for a brief period of time. Alright, we got him. It looks like we're safe, for now. In the regular game, there are rebel camps scattered across the map, and you'll need to expand your command area in order to dismantle them. If combat's not your thing, There's many ways to customize your game, including a Zen mode that allows you to focus on building your city without the threat of rebels.
Ymir is a 4X multiplayer strategy game combined with a city builder, where each player develops a civilization starting at the Stone Age. On one hand, you have to govern your state, colonizing new lands, securing resources, dealing with your neighbors, choosing civics, discovering technologies, waging war. And on the other hand, you have to organize your cities, creating fields, houses, industries, defenses, managing your population, your resources, and your army. The world map is composed of regions, and each region matches a unique isometric zone. You'll find rivers, coasts, deserts, hills, swamps. You'll find different climates, each one with specific resources you'll be able to trade. Ymir relies on an economic simulation more than a set of abstract game rules. Each produced resource is sold and bought. Each price is dynamic and based on supply and demand. Each income is shared between merchants, producers, and state taxes. Your population is sorted into different social classes. They breed, get old, work, sell, and consume resources based on what they can afford. You can't control them directly. You can't just click a button to stop your population from growing, or use a slider to set the wealth of farmers. It's a game where you need to learn how to manipulate your society and how to achieve a result with indirect actions. For example, if you want to make farmers richer, make them sell their food directly at the market instead of using merchants who will keep half the revenues for themselves. Reduce offer to make prices rise, or even lower sales taxes. Producing more and expending more doesn't necessarily mean better. Sometimes, producing a new resource ends up making more people so rich they monopolize all the wealth and let everyone else starve. And sometimes, having a unique loyal city can be better than a wide empire crippled with corruption. Ymir is also a game of diplomacy between players. With a wide range of diplomatic treaties, you'll be able to form federations of players, or empires centralized around a single king. You'll be able to set up permanent trade routes, taxes, tributes, and alliances. Battles actually happen in your cities, and they can be witnessed by anyone in real time. While you cannot control the troops directly during battle, you'll be able to design your city defenses, building walls, towers, and setting up your troops' orders and behaviors. With customizable server settings, you'll be able to set up local real-time games just to play with a few friends, stopping and continuing whenever you want. Or a persistent game running 24/7 and hosting up to 100 players developing their empire day after day, where actions like gathering resources and completing buildings can take hours and keep going on even when you're not in the game.
Hi, this is Tomer, the developer behind Dream Engine's Nomad Cities, a game where you build flying cities to survive in the strange world of Twist. To build your Nomad city, you'll have to collect plenty of resources from all around the world. But Twist is dark and full of terrors, the Dream Plagues. Luckily, the city comes equipped with a somewhat functional steambot. This machine is your main character, which you will use to explore, fight, and interact with the world. As the overseer of the city, you'll build all kinds of structures and strange machines to establish a productive industry. But don't forget to fortify your defenses as well. Your city will attract the Dream Plagues, and the longer you stay, the more dangerous they will become. Keep a close eye on your weight and fuel reserves, and don't overstay your welcome. Many Nomad cities have been lost to the temptation of collecting just a few more resources. When you fly away, you'll have to carefully choose where to go next. Choose wisely. Each area has different resources, challenges, and opportunities. To help you in your struggle, you'll set up research and discover long-lost reality-bending technologies. With these discoveries, you can craft new equipment for your steambot and build new structures to expand your city. Your people are counting on you, Overseer. Lead them wisely and help them find a safe haven.
Welcome to Manor Lords.
Let's get to work!
In this video, I'd like to introduce you to some of the core mechanics of the game, including regional development, trade, and military recruitment.
We need more workers here.
The map in Manor Lords is divided into regions. Each region has its own resources, as well as a development tree. When you upgrade the residential buildings in the region, you get development points, which you can spend to unlock new development branches. This means that different regions may specialize in different things. Some may be more optimized for farming, some for mining, and some will process the resources to make expensive goods, like shoes or clothing. Depending on the optimization of your production chains, the price of the goods will change, affecting the market attractiveness. Free merchants will travel more frequently to towns that have rare and more affordable goods. These merchants are the only way to get wealth in the game. Lord's treasury, however, is split from the regional wealth. As the Lord or Lady, You must tax your towns and villages in order to get money for your personal endeavors. There are different taxes giving various benefits. For example, the tithe goes straight to the church, but in return, the church gives you influence. Every so often, the king gives out valuable rewards to the most influential lords on the map, including new territories. You can compliment or insult other lords via the diplomacy system to affect their influence. The recruitment system in Manor Lords has been redesigned after some community feedback. It is now divided into 3 unit categories. First type of recruits are the peasant militia. You can call to arms the peasants from your villages. They grab whatever improvised weapons they have and join the fight.
War is coming!
This will hit your economy, and you'll need at least a couple of villages to form an army. If you want better militia, you must train them at the training camp or the archery range. The second type of recruits are mercenaries. They cost silver and a lot of it. The last type is Lord's Retinue. This is a limited, heavily armored unit that you can customize to your liking. Thank you for joining in for this short preview of Manor Lords gameplay systems. If you're interested in discussing the game, be sure to visit Manor Lords Discord and subreddit. See you all in the next video.